Oh my god, they've actually posted an update. They've actually posted something into their news, into their events. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I got this notification on my phone, but I didn't get a chance to read it because it was after my lunch. Usually what happens is Scum posts these things during my lunch break when I'm at my work, and I get a chance to actually read over things. I didn't get an opportunity to read it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrate it to you, right? When I saw the title of this, I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. Then I saw something about the Wild Hunt and stuff like that, and I thought, maybe they're adding the kind of alien guys that we saw like a year or two ago. Remember when they teased the kind of like the Queen and the Hunters and the kind of brute guy? Do you remember those guys? They're still not putting them in the game, but this might be the path to adding them to the game. Anyway, it's actually something bigger than that. I think what they're doing is they're returning to the core aspect of survival for this game, because if I scroll down a wee bit, which I will do in just a minute, I think what they're doing is they've taken on board the feedback from everybody criticising the game, leaving feedback constructive and at some points harsh and unwarranted. And what they've probably agreed with Splash Damage is, we need to return to the core aspect of survival, what made SCUM, which was essentially a survival game where everybody could either help each other or they could kill each other. And it was that. So, hopefully this is the start of this. Now we are due an update to the game next week. Now you can obviously see that this has been posted today. I'm recording this on the 19th when they posted this, right? So, hopefully next week, maybe next Thursday, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, we might have a substantial update to the game. It might be something to do with hotfixes. It might be quality of life updates. It might be something to do with this. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're just going to narrate through this. I'm going to dictate through this because obviously a lot of people don't have time to read things, so I'm just going to recite this. So if you're listening, hi! You're listening to Mr. Riddle. Anyway, SCUM, a new chapter begins. Gamepires and Splash Damage look ahead to the new season of updates for SCUM. Hello prisoners, over the past few months, many of you have had questions about what Gamepires joining the Splash Damage group means for the future of the game. Bringing two teams together around a live game takes a lot of coordination behind the scenes, and throughout the process, we've been working closely to shape our plan for SCUM's next chapter. We know you've been waiting to hear more, and now that work is far enough along, we want to be more direct about where things stand and where we're heading next. The future of SCUM, ladies and gentlemen. SCUM is a game with a dedicated community, a world of its own, and a huge amount of potential. We're working together to support its future and help it become everything we believe it can be. Gamepires remains fully focused on SCUM and on continuing the vision that has shaped the game so far. Splash Damage is here to strengthen development with additional expertise and resources where they can have the biggest impact. Together we're building the strengths already at the heart of SCUM and helping push the game forward. Splash Damage London, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what can we see from this screenshot? Well, pay no attention to the individual that has my hairstyle and my beard, and I don't have earrings, by the way. What is that thing on your desk? Anyway, I'm judging this person, I don't even know who he is. If we take a keen look in the background, don't be so focused on the foreground, what's on the screens in front of you. Look at what the stuff behind them is. I can see torsos, I can see units, I can see potentially Tech 01 and the potential concept or 3D rendering of those personnel. Obviously we can see at the very bottom right, that screen right there, that hotbar looks the same, but if you look at the bottom left, those icons are a lot different. They're in a different shape, they're in a different position as well. There's obviously more things happening here on the screen than we can actually see. I would zoom in, but Steam doesn't have that function where I can actually zoom in on the background here, but I can see in the back right screen there beside our chap with the SCUM TV shirt on. That is most likely the cabin with someone sitting outside it with probably winter camouflage. In the background we can obviously see someone who's wearing Tech 1 personnel garments, and we've also got a couple of torsos and kind of bottom torsos, upper torsos on the left hand screen as well. So there's a lot to kind of garner from this image alone. There's things happening here. They're dropping hints. And I think the other thing as well is going by just what's on the bottom right hand screen, that is the hunting. That is essentially the hunting minigame. Now, like I said at the start of the video, they did say something about the hunting, they did say something about the survival aspect of this game. I think they're going to try and improve the minigame. I think they might change things. I think they might bring back in actual animals to the game world, a bit like how you see wolves and bears and stuff like that in boars. But we'll see what happens. I'm just speculating here. It could be something completely different. I might have hit the nail on the head. You never know. We'll never know until next week when we get that update. Anyway, continuing on. For anyone getting to know Splash Damage through SCUM, we're a studio with a long history in multiplayer and live game development. After spending some real time playing, it didn't take long for us to see just how special the game is. SCUM already has something really rare. It has depth, tension, freedom, and a strong sense of identity. That's a huge part of why we're excited to be working with Gamepires on it. SCUM deserves to be seen by more players, I agree, and the players already here deserve to see that depth continue to grow. I also agree. For us, this is about helping SCUM build on what already makes it great, sharpening and strengthening the experience and helping more people discover everything it has to offer. This summer feels like the start of something important for SCUM, and we can't wait to show you more. Dominic Butler, Studio Design Director at Splash Damage. I can't wait to see what you have in store, Dominic. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm very excited to see this. Anyway, that's good to see. It's good to see that Splash Damage are actually coming out and actually saying something. They're actually, making themselves aware or present, or make themselves visible to everybody. So this is a good thing. I think, in general, this is a good thing that they've made this statement. It might be fabricated. It might be, it might be passed through a couple of loops of, sensors and stuff like that, and then obviously making sure it is written in such a neat format that it appeals to everybody. But it's nice to see that Splash Damage are making themselves visible, because for a while they haven't really said anything. As soon as we discovered that Gamepires was now part of Splash Damage buying or becoming the sole sponsor or investor for whatever Gamepires, they haven't really said anything. This is kind of the first interaction or the first communication we're getting from them. So it's good to see that they actually can see that SCUM's got a cool game. Because it is a cool game. There's lots of cool aspects about SCUM. A lot of people don't really understand that they're taking it for granted. There's a lot of cool things about this game that make it cool. Obviously there's a lot of bugs and there's a lot of things that make it kind of uncool, but we can kind of gloss over that because this is the future. We're talking about the future. This is hope posting. We're posting hope. We're not posting, negativity and all this crap. Cheer up. It's going to be hopeful. SCUM will come back to being the best. I believe it. Anyway, continuing on. The goal is simple. Keep building on the things that make SCUM special, while improving the areas we know players want us to keep pushing. Working with Splash Damage gives us more support in key parts of development and helps us move that work forward with more focus behind it. We also know that focus has to show up in the quality of the updates themselves, like the hotfixes. Players should feel that progress when a patch lands and raising that standard is part of the work ahead. I kind of agree on that, because the last patch they kind of posted the apology and then they deleted it, and then that kind of stirred the pot a little bit. So, what matters most is that we are aligned on where SCUM is going, and that we're building on what is already there to help the game continue to grow. That work is already underway, and we're excited for players to start seeing it. Ivan Vark, art director and co-founder of Gamepires. The new creative art director, or creative director. Ivan Svark? Or Vark? Ivan Vark? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, I do apologise. Anyway, this brings me on to the next bit. This is the part that I kind of saw. This bit. SCUM into the wild. Now, again, like I said at the very start of this video, I originally thought that this was going to be the kind of the alien dudes, kind of like the inhabitants, the natives that have kind of like morphed and transformed, and you've got the queen spawning them and stuff like that, and the kind of alien looking dudes, the kind of spider looking dudes. I thought it was them, but it's actually got something, as I said, much better, something that will probably appeal to a lot more people, and I hope, I've got both my fingers crossed here, which is probably the wrong thing to do, but I'm praying and hoping that this lands beautifully. They need to land this. They need to land this, man, because loads of people are dropping off, loads of people are going to play other games, which is totally fine, totally reasonable to say, totally understandable to do. I just hope that this draws them back in. I really hope people give it another chance. I hope people come back and check it out. And if they see something that really appeals to them, that they stay, and that SCUM keeps working with splash damage to improve the damn game. Anyway, more narration for you guys. Over the next few months, SCUM will head into the wild, a themed season centred on hunting, wilderness and survival. Each month, we'll be bringing an update around that theme, with new features, content and gameplay improvements alongside ongoing bug fixes and balance work. We know the community wants to see progress across many areas of SCUM. Some of that work will take longer to tackle than others, but we believe that this is a strong step in the right direction. Into the Wild is our first focused season, built to improve and expand on a key area of the game. Across multiple updates beyond this summer, you can expect a similar seasonal approach, with stronger themes and a clearer sense of what each stretch of development will deliver. The first update arrives next week, and we'll have more to share very soon. In the meantime, prisoners, try not to die before it drops. Game pyres and splash damage. And we can see... Is there anything that we can see here? Yes there is, because if you look right here, that says hunting. There's now going to be a hunting trader in the game. Because there's the bank, there's the medic, the armory, fishing supplies, hospital, so the medic bay, probably the mechanic bay, and the pub, or also known as the tavern. But there is a new sign here, hunting, or the hunter. And I'm wondering, Hunter's Grotto, which is where the big boss sits at the very top, they'll now be at the very bottom, underneath where the boss is. So, now there'll be a dedicated trader for guide services, clothing, ammunition, and I don't know if that says weapons. I think it says weapons, I'm not 100% sure. Weapons, ammunition, clothes, and guide services. So is there going to be a guide service on top of the minigame? This is quite interesting. Very interesting. This is very, very interesting. I'm liking this. I'm also liking that there's a poncho. There's some new clothing coming into the game. I think this is a Ushanka hat? Is that a Ushanka hat? And a poncho? I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's the Spitfire jacket. There's new hairstyles. I think this is a new hairstyle right here. And I think this is worker pants. I think this is worker pants. I'm not 100% sure. These might be new shoes or new boots. Hunter shoes or something like that. Something leather bound shoes or something like that. And we've obviously got our big buck right here as well on the foreground with a couple of arrows sticking out of them. But those arrows are completely different from the arrows that we currently have at the moment. They are not carbon. They are not metal. These might actually be wooden arrows with metal tips. Wooden arrows with stone tips. Could be something completely different. The fletching looks professional as well, so these could be manufactured wooden arrows, or even composite arrows or something like that. I don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is SCUM Into the Wild, the May update, and the update from both Splash Damage and the Game Pyres team. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I know there'll be a lot of naysayers. I know there'll be a lot of people saying, the game's already dead, the game's already dead. The trust me bro source guys need to shut up. Oh my god. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. If you think this is a good thing, if you think that they're going in the right direction with this, let me know in the comments. If you think they're going in the wrong direction, let me know in the comments. The trust me bro source guys with the dying game thing, you need to go outside and touch grass, man. You can't go on statistics and stuff like this because people play this game. I still play this game. I still make content on this game. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to stick around for more SCUM updates, more SCUM content, more content on this channel, consider subscribing, ring the little bell, select all, and if you want to support me just a little bit further, ladies and gentlemen, consider clicking that join button. You'll get all these videos, early access, early doors, and you get discounts on the merch shop as well. Anyway folks, thank you very much for watching. The next time you will see me on SCUM is probably on the PvE server, maybe on the single player side of things. We will be covering the update next week, so that will be fun to actually feature as well. So look forward to next week, look forward to what's coming for SCUM, and hopefully this is a bright new future for SCUM, and I really do hope that it comes true for them, because they need it, they really need it. Right folks, I'm away at the gym, I'll see you later, thanks for watching, I've been Mr. Furo, I'll see you all another time.